The moon is supposed to be simple. No air, no weather, just rock, dust, and shadows that move exactly where the sun tells them to. And yet the deeper you dig into the data, the harder it gets to call this place simple. Crater counts, stray flashes, odd thermal readings, tiny patterns that don't quite fit. On paper, it's just dust and rock. In the archives, the moon starts to feel wrong. This is Lunar Anomaly Files, realistic reconstructions of events the moon should never show us on camera, but could, in the worst kind of what if. None of these clips are real NASA footage. They're built from real terrain and real physics and then pushed just one step past what we're comfortable explaining. Anomaly 01, the dawn line, the lunar terminator. Here, sunlight eats its way across the surface at 1,600 kilometers an hour, charging dust, freezing rock, waking nothing. Until a wall of dust slowly lifts from the ground. Millions of grains rise together, forming a shimmering curtain that crawls along the terminator like a silent storm with no air. Electrostatic levitation is real. Some Apollo astronauts may have seen a faint glow from it, but nothing on this scale. If an orbiter ever sent this back, we'd have to admit the moon can grow its own moving horizon. Anomaly 02 begins on the night side. No sunlight, just starlight, reflected earthshine, and a supposedly dead crust. Then a thin line of light wakes up under the regolith. It snakes across the landscape like a buried river, casting no beam into space. Only a soft glow bleeding through the dust from below. There is no atmosphere here to scatter lightning. No magma ocean left to glow underground. On the moon, there's nothing left that should shine from beneath your feet. If this showed up, the word natural would start to feel very small. Anomaly 03 hides where sunlight never touches, deep inside a permanently shadowed polar crater, colder than any place on Earth. Down there, a cluster of brilliant pinpoints starts flashing in sequence as if shards of ice were catching light from the distant Earth. But they don't twinkle randomly. They fire in order, tracing a clean arc that tracks our planet across the sky. Ice can reflect, crystals can sparkle. They don't usually arrange themselves into something that behaves like a moving mirror array locked onto one bright target. Anomaly 4 looks like someone hit unmute on the ground itself. A faint pulse races out across the plains, lifting the top layer of dust in expanding rings, shaking pebbles as if the moon were a giant bell someone just struck from the inside. None of these files are real. They're built from real maps, real physics, and the fear that one day a mission will send home something we can't write off as a glitch. I'm turning Lunar Anomaly Files into a full series, with more lunar cases, Mars anomalies, and interstellar visitors. If you want to be here when the next case drops, subscribe, and don't miss the next file.